Hi, Taraki. What are you doing? What are you up to? This is the last one we did before. And today a totally new one. We totally start a new journey. Watching, sitting, munch some cookies. Do you finish building the thing that you were building? I still have another little store for next time. You bought two? But the first one is done. You got two? Oh my gosh. I am totally expecting that you build the other one very soon. Like right now. They were very cheap. Oh my gosh. That is so good. That's so good. That's bueno. That's very, very bueno. I'm gonna turn on only 2 candles since I still have a lot of light from the window. Actually, it's kinda hot today. And the candles heat up the room, so. Well, the first one took me like 8 hours to build, so if I start now, I'll be building the rest of the day. Well, that's the point, no? Get busy, have fun. It's good that it's warm for now, but honestly, it's kind of annoying. I don't know if to make a pre-drawing with this or not. I feel kind of lazy. Lazy to do. Should I? Should I not? Cast your votes. Should I make pre-drawing? Should I not make pre-drawing? Yes, but maybe wanna plan out the work table. I don't know if to do anything special or just a table. For now, just a table. Don't overcomplicate it because you're never gonna start if you start being too perfectionist. Once you get it done, I'm sure you can add stuff after you're done. Okay, we do pre-drawing. Gonna use lavender. This is kind of a hard to do drawing. It's kind of easy, it's kind of not. It depends how I feel. The idea is to go from here to there. Excuse me. I just ate the grilled cheese. I made it too dry. So it's kind of gonna go like this. And then like this. It's supposed to be a little bit fatter than that. Yes, it was very delicious, the grilled cheese. I did it because of the Sims. I imagine myself being a Sim and just making grilled cheese. And the cheese sticks, the cheese sticks. Gotta make a cheese stick. The rules are the rules. This puppy comes looking. The cheese sticks, the cheese sticks. It has a few leaves, but I don't want to do anything. I don't know why I'm so lazy right now. Let's just make it as lazy as possible. Do I want to talk about drama? I was planning to do this later, but honestly, I want to read it now. Remember the last time I talked to you about the PeeGate saga and how it was my favorite Reddit story, Reddit drama ever? I think this pre-drawing is good enough. Yeah. So I have it on a tab right now in my laptop. And I was planning to read it after I finish the drawing. But I kind of want to read it right now. Because I can't wait to read it. You know? Go away. This puppy comes looking. The rules are the rules. Well, while you do the drawing. Yeah, I'm just gonna have fun with the drawing. I'm not gonna be very serious about it because I just got the lazies. The cheese sticks. The cheese sticks. Should I make the flowers first or the trunk first? No idea. This puppy comes looking. The rules, the rules. The puppy ducks, the puppy ducks. Okay. Like I said last time, the PeeGate saga has 6 updates. 6. Okay, it has a ton. is absolutely amazing. It is by the editor Planets Ahead, and she is amazing for writing us all the details. She's been updated for 3 years. 3 years. I mean, I hope this saga keeps going and going. Um, well, you do the dark stuff in the end, right? Not necessarily. It depends on what you wanna draw. In this case, the trunk is apart from the flowers, and the flowers are not affected by the color of the trunk. So whatever I do with the trunk first should not affect the flowers later, because I'm not gonna paint the trunk behind the flowers. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave the flowers empty. So no. And sometimes you do draw with the dark stuff first to generate shadows, but this flower arch that I'm going to do right now does not have many, so that's why I was like, I'm gonna do a very lazy one because I'm not planning to do many shadows. I found the first update of this girl who it's gonna be really fun to read it. But they put the updates first, so I'm not gonna read that. I'm gonna skip it. Okay, so this Redditor, the story starts with MID Asshole. So she posted in MID Asshole for not taking my brother-in-law who peed on my stuff and blamed my cat. So already an excellent title. So the story goes, my 29th husband Ted, 34M, so she's 29, he's 34, a little bit of an age gap. How much? 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have been together for 10 years. They have been together for 10 years. Okay, that's a lot of time. We met early in college and dated all throughout. Cute, college couple. I graduated before him and took a semester of traveling while he finished so we could move to another state. Nice moving. He ended up having to repeat some classes, so when I came back, we wouldn't move yet, and I had no place of my own. So I moved in with him and his roommate brother Ash, 32 male, while Ted finished school. So here we have it. OP graduated, had nowhere to live. She decided to go and live with him, with his partner, and his partner had a roommate. Which whom it is, you may ask? His name is Ash, and that's the brother of her partner. Ash is the main character in here, like Ash. We're gonna talk about Ash the whole time. You pronounce it and write it exactly the same as the one in Pokemon. Before moving in, I made sure that Ted cleared it with Ash that I was bringing my male cat with me. They had a dog who was old, but Ash said he was fine with it. So she's bringing her cat. She let everybody know that she's bringing her cat. About 3 weeks after moving in, I started noticing that our bedroom started to smell a lot like pee. Absolutely disgusting, but not an anomaly, with pets. And we couldn't figure out where it was coming from. My cat is a toilet trained, so I knew it wasn't him. And the dog couldn't go into our room because it was on the second floor and he had hip problems. I started finding clothes on the floor smelling like pee. Oh, by the way, they already have a dog in the apartment. And the dog apparently seems like he's too old to go to the second floor or something. So it couldn't be the dog, and it could have been the cat because the cat is toilet trained, which all cats are really, you know. It's very rare for a cat to pee. I have plenty of cats, and they only pee when they're very very small, just learning how to pee, and they pee when they're suffering from something, some sort of sickness, or they're scared. You know, it happened with one of my cats. And the other situation they may pee is because they're not castrated yet, so they start, marking your house. So OP is not really saying the details. All we know is that the cat is toilet trained. So I asked Ted, her partner, and he said he had no idea. After 3 months of frustration, and this happening about 2 times per week, I asked Ash if he was bringing the dog upstairs. He said no. At this point, I'm fed up. Of course, you're fed up. It's been 3 months of pee in your room, pee smelling room. Like, who wouldn't, honestly? Who wouldn't? I stopped leaving clothes anywhere, but I was still finding pee in my shoes, my throw pillows, things like that. After breaking down one day, Ash suggested, poor thing, she started crying. Oh no, she's losing it. Suggested that my cat marking his territory, as male cats are known for doing that. That is true. He said it made sense as it was only on my things and it was a new place. If any of y'all have cats, you know that cat pee smells different from human pee. That is absolutely true. I have so many cats, and cat pee is hell. Cat pee is so pungent. Cat pee is in another level, absolutely another level. It's just smelly. They're trying to mark their territory, so they're like gonna be as smelly as possible, as smelly as they can. Anyways, poor thing. I trust my cat with my whole heart, so I set up a camera in our room. I was paying rent. Also, it's kind of weird. It's been 3 months, and cats mark, if they're not castrated. I know that cats mark your house and your stuff. Well, not really your stuff. It's really like walls. They're marking territory. So they should be marking for a month at most. In my country we call it in August. August is the time when cats go crazy. So I don't know about the rest of the year, to be honest. So she set up a camera in the room. I was paying rent. My boyfriend knew about it, so I figured this was the way to find out where the pee was coming from. At this point, they're drowning on pee. Lo and behold, Ash, the brother of her partner, was coming into a room and peeing on my stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. A human is human pee. No, Jesus. Why, Lord, tell us why. A human pee in her pillows, in her clothes, in her stuff. Could you imagine how disgusted, how icky, how absolutely horrified? Just like, oh, let me just take a leak, you know. Let's go to somebody else's room, start peeing on their stuff. Like, oh my gosh. I will lose it. I absolutely lose it. Somebody will have to be sacrificed. Like, I will lose it. But wait, there is more. When I saw the video, I packed my things and cat, of course, as you should, and went to stay with a friend until Ted finished college and he moved. When all of this happened, I refused to confront him about because you, and Ted dealt with that. So she totally went, I am gonna pretend I didn't saw anything, I'm just gonna move out and just try to erase whatever happened to me during those 3 4 months. So that's the solution OP, which honestly we all understand. It's a strange situation. There is no correct way to react in here. Like, how are you supposed to react? I haven't spoken to Ash since the P-Man, which, of course, who would have talked to him? He was the best man at the wedding. No, I forgot they were married. He was the best man, but he tend to keep clear of each other at family gatherings and such. With the pandemic, Ash lost his job and apartment and is honestly struggling financially. He asked if he could move in with us, and I honestly don't want to because he peed on my stuff. Oh, so this happened after. Okay, COVID happened. He lost his job. The P-man, by the way. He lost his job, and he's like asking to move in with them. You know, they're living in another place now. And she's like, of course, saying, hell nah. Hell to the nah. He was 25 years old when it happened. He was a grown ass man, more than grown. Now, their whole family, well, technically, your brain develops until your 30s. But to the point that you're not developed enough to not know where the bathroom is, I don't think so. Now, their whole family is calling and texting, telling me I'm an ass for leaving him homeless in the middle of the pandemic. But it wasn't their stuff getting peed on. I love this. The drama, like the plot. I forgot to close the room in my at the door in my room. Oh my gosh, I'm getting excited. Like, I love these type of situations when the whole family don't mind their business, get into your business, and they criticize you for not helping ex family member. In those cases, you gotta do only one thing and one thing only. Why won't you take him in? You know what I mean? Why won't you take him in? I am the political family member of this person. I'm not married to him. Yeah, he was the best man, but I don't know him. You know, I don't know that family member. Why would I help him? Especially after he peed on my stuff. For now, the story goes that it was only her stuff. So far, I haven't heard that the 25-year-old P-man peed on anybody else's stuff. It was specifically her stuff. So it was a target attack, okay? This was targeted. She was targeted. This is an act of war. So family, gorgeous, gorgeous family. Why won't you take him in? It's just like you said, it's the middle of the pandemic apparently in this yeah, it was 3 years ago this happened, so it was the middle of the pandemic. He needs a place to stay. He's poor. He's like, he needs help. He clearly is going through a lot of things mentally. Why won't you help him? Okay, what about her mom, his brothers, his whatever? No? Nobody else? Are you scared that the pea man may pee on your stuff? The audacity of the family. The audacity. Anyways, Puro P asks, am I the a-hole? Am I holding a grudge because he peed on my stuff? She puts this in all caps. He peed on my stuff. OP, like, poor thing. Like, I feel so bad for her. But he is losing his home, and his cat deserves a home. No, his dog, he doesn't have a cat, his dog deserves a home. But it was made very clear that I cannot just take in his dog and leave him into the elements. I know I'm justified, but now Ted, her partner, said that he couldn't do that to his brother at the job market. It's better here for his type of job. Ooh, I will get divorce. I'm listening to the bells of divorce. How can a partner support this? How? Somebody, please help me. How can this continue like this? Are you serious, Ted? Teddy Ted? Your brother peed on her stuff, her pillows. She had to run away from him. Run like the wind. And you're like, oh, but the job market. Doragi, are you listening to this crazy? So we have somebody that pees on your stuff and they want to live wherever you are. You move out to avoid this situation. You moved out to try to get rid of the trauma. You try to move on. You try to live your life. She didn't have to. She didn't have to move out. Okay, they could have kicked out the guy. But no, she was the one who took the initiative and said, okay, I skedaddle, be gone, bye bye. And now the P-man wants to live with her again. And everybody in the husband's family, everybody's telling her, take him in. The gaslighting, the drama, the betrayal, the what? What am I listening? Like, what is this? Is this like some sort of crazy land? What is this? Are we serious? And nobody else will take in the P-man. You know? We don't know this about the story. It's gonna be said in the future. But the family is huge, okay? The family is like 10 members, maybe more. And nobody wants to take in the P-man. And everybody's forcing her, the victim of the P, the golden shower, to be part of this. Well, forcing her. Nobody's asking. Like, no. This is not even asking. This is forcing her to take in Mr. P-man. I will lose it. I will personally lose it. Okay, let's keep going. And then poor OP saying MID a-hole. Of course you're not. Of course you're not. Please, somebody. Okay. Edit 1. Oh, thank you all for taking the time to read my current dilemma. I'm currently at work, so I had to stop answering for a while, but I will get back to everybody in the morning. A few questions that have popped up a couple times. Is the P-man in therapy? Last I checked, after PeeGate, his mom made him go. That's how we found out. Why did he do this? I don't understand when people ask why with these types of situations. Like, even if you have the answer to that, will be that a good enough answer? I don't think so. I don't think there will ever be a satisfying enough answer for why somebody will go out of their way to pee in people's stuff. Honestly. So, Ash and Ted were and are best friends, and me coming into Ted's life was threatening enough that he wanted to break us up. Clearly, it didn't work, and it only made Ted go no contact for a time. His therapist suggested that Ash had to make amends with his brother, according to my mother in law. The mother in law in this story, of course, she's insane. Like, in what story mother in laws are not insane? Who is the one who reconnected them and asked for forgiveness for his actions. They reconnect, and as long as I didn't have to be with him and he never stepped into our home, I will live with it. OP is so patient. OP, you're too good for this family. Come on. You're too good for this family. What is this? Oh my gosh. I almost dropped my crayons. How is it the story, Doragi? Like, do you like the story so far? This is insane. Insane. I'm making random marks in each wisteria because I feel lazy. Okay, let's keep reading. You know, she thinks this is a thing of separating them each other, but you will find out in more ahead of the story that this makes no sense. Okay, the man is like, well, you'll see. Why do they think I'm an ass? His whole family is very, very forgive and forget. They have forgiven things that are appalling to me. Car stealing, faking a college degree, and keeping the money, etc. So they really think that was just a one of a time thing and he's outgrown it and I just need to get over it. Okay, I understand that point of view sometimes. You gotta do those kind of stuff to be able to handle the person you have in front of you without being aggressive with them, extremely aggressive. But you cannot force that point of view in somebody else. Like, she's clearly very different from this family, and she clearly is not in the circle, and I'm glad she's not in the circle. This family is insane. Did he apologize? He apologized to Ted, her husband, but never to me. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. He feels no guilt for what he did, which I am a bit bitter about, of course. I was considering accepting an apology, but you guys are right, and that will be self serving of him and a way to get back into my house and potentially give me PTSD. I'm sorry, I promise I'm not making fun. I just saw a chance and I had to take it. PTSD. Did he pay for the stuff he peed on? Well, of course he wouldn't. Let us keep reading. Let us keep reading. Well, since I didn't know where the pee was coming from, I just kept watching the pee things. Oh, she used the pee things again after the video. I did throw out everything, oh thank God, that I remember had been peed on and that did not hold sentimental value, but there are two pairs of shoes currently in my home who have been golden showered. He did not pay for the stuff, of course. Neither his family, by the way. His family has not been trying to fix the situation at all. For the stuff I threw out, and I honestly, it never occurred to me that I to ask him, so I just cut my losses. OP, poor OP, like, girl, and your husband is nowhere to be seen. Your husband didn't even apologize for him. How these people get married in the first place? Like if I saw somebody peeing on the stuff of my partner, like I already get very mad if it was my own stuff. But if it was my partner's stuff, I would lose it. Like consider that person dead. Okay? I went to close the window. I don't know how people, like, I have to actually hold myself whenever my partner is going through something and people, damage him in some way. I have to hold myself to not be absolutely a wrecking ball to all those people. I have to control myself because the type of rage I feel, because I'm like, do whatever you want to me, but my partner, like, oh my gosh. So I don't know how these people are married, and they feel no sense of protection towards their partners. Like, how does that work? Those kind of relationships are meant to die. Like, there is no respect. A relationship with no respect is meant to die. So, we're just getting in that part of the story. What is your husband's stand on this? Ted, the husband, is the best human in the universe. Are you sure about that? And he honestly put up with enough of my shenanigans. Well, at least you don't pee in people's stuff. That I will legit let P-men move in. No, OP, no. If it made Ted happy, oh my gosh. OP, no. Have some self-love, OP. As soon as everything happened, he was disturbed and cut him off completely. Thank God. Oh gosh. But after his mom said the therapist thought it would help him to make amends, they made up. Everything back to square zero. Ted has never once pressed. Well, this is not square zero. This minus 10. Minus 100. Have you ever had your stuff peed by another human? Like, it's not only about the action, it's about the disrespect. Okay? He never paid for the stuff back. You know? What kind of respect does a human have in another human after peeing on your stuff? And even the audacity to ask to move back in with you again. Right, Doragi? What kind of respect there is in that? Like, that guy Ash sees you as what? Like, have you ever peed on something? As humans, like, at most I went into the forest we are camping or visiting a river, walking down the beach, and you really, really need to pee, and you are 2 or 3 hours away from the closest establishment, bathroom, or whatever in my hikes. So there's another option to make a hole, in the forest, in the ground, in the sand, whatever, and you go on your business. I never done number two as far as I remember because I do not account the times when I was very little. But as far as I know, even in those moments, I'm extremely respectful because I'm like, this is the house of birdies, of other animals. This is the house of these forests, plants, whatever. This is why you make a hole, you know, because humans can also carry some sort of bacteria, diseases, or whatever. You don't want to contaminate the place. So this is why you even make a hole. You hide your stuff away forever, so it doesn't affect anybody but just the ground and what's below it. Have you ever peed on somebody else's stuff? And any respect at all. Like, he considers you lower. The P-man considers you lower than objects. Like, he's ruining objects for no reason. It is even lower than that. The respect is minus 100. Like, minus 100. And OP, come on, girl, you need to stand up for yourself. Like, this is unacceptable. Even if he's going through something with mental health, like, a lot of people allow other people because of their mental health, they're struggling, you know and I do agree, you gotta be patient with them, you gotta be, forgiven. But if the person asks for forgiveness, at least, in this case, the P-man didn't even ask for forgiveness. He didn't say anything. Even more, he wants to go and live with her again. So, like, doesn't even care. You can immediately tell. Anyways, they made up again. When we got married, he told me it was absolutely okay if I said no to Ash being the best man. Also, this happened before they got married. But I love him enough to deal with him when it's necessary, such as Christmas, except 2020, and big family events. Poor OP. She keeps seeing the whole family that treat her like she's worth less than stuff. She keeps seeing them, she keeps interacting with them. Are there any consequences of what happened? Can I see the video? Alright, because she recorded this. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but no. As pissed as I might be at the man, I do believe in privacy. OP, my gosh. No, he don't need, like, you can blur his face, but come on, he don't even deserve that. When it happened, I only sent it to Ted so he will believe me. What do you mean he didn't believe you before? Because I honestly wouldn't believe me if he told me one of his sisters was peeing on his stuff. As crazy as it sounds, is your husband, even in you the Lulu state. Husbands must say yes to everything. Not because, we must encourage these type of things, but because of trust. You know? Maybe he can figure out later if you imagined it, were dreaming about it, or something. Oh, you could even buy the camera again to make him believe the story, not just to confirm what happened. but I don't know. If my partner came around and he told me, by the way, your family, I don't know, your grandma just took a poop in my living room, I will believe it. Because there is no reason. Why would he lie? You know what I mean? Why would my husband lie? There is no see, there is no trust, there is no respect in this relationship. What else are we missing? Where are we? When it happened, I only sent it to Ted. As far as I know, he was only shown it to his parents to provide proof. Yeah, to strangers, yeah, we do show proof, and we weren't making things up. And two of the older brothers, because I don't know, they're guys and curious. I wouldn't want to see that. I wouldn't want to see that. Even when I read this story, I trust it and I believe it to be true. Because it's just so random. Sometimes random things like this just happen all the time. I want to thank you for my awards. Oh, they are lovely and shiny and make me feel like I just won the Olympics. You guys are the best. I love when ready people, do their best to support OP, and all they have at hand are, you know, lovely words, lovely awards. It's just so nice. I also want to say thank you for the amazing jokes and nicknames. I want to read them. If I lose this battle and he moves here, I will be leaving him. Yes, a litter box. No! And a puppy training pads in the guest room just to rub his nose in it. No, OP. Like, this sounds funny, but like, OP is not. This is no bueno. You guys are the best, and I promise to keep answering comments and messages as soon as I can. Edit number 2, mini update. We are just in edit number 2. This is a mini update. There are 6 huge updates left. 6. And they're as big as the first post. Like, this is still going, my friends. So, P has hit the fan in the family, and my day has been awful. Now your day is awful, OP. You're too positive, OP. Like, which is good, but sometimes it's like, come on, you gotta get mad at them at some point. Like, I haven't seen a single ounce of angry in OP, which is very telling of people that have very little self-love. People often relate angry with just aggressiveness, being mad. But there are levels of angry. And if you don't show a single ounce of being upset about this situation, people will just think that you are just okay with it, which you're not. Nobody will be okay with this situation. That's the thing. You're not Jesus. None of us is Jesus. So it's not normal to act like this. Some of the other brothers saw this post and all of your comments, and the family didn't have the whole story. And apparently, neither did I. How? Brothers 3, 4, and 8 are on their way here to deal with it. Where? I'm way over my head. Well, Opin is not saying where is here, but I'm guessing where she lives, because the P-man is not living with them, right, OP? Right? The P-man must be living somewhere else. You did not let him in your house again. You kidding, OP, right? I would like to give a big FU to the messages telling me that I probably had it coming, that I wanted it, or that I deserve it. I hope the P-man visits you and pees on your toothbrush. Yeah, I get it when people react like that towards OP. It's horrible. It's not good at all. But this is what happens when she didn't show an ounce of not being alright, not being okay with this. She was making jokes. She was like she sounded very happy while telling this story, which of course she's not. Most people with one more than a brain cell can tell the OP is not okay with this. But people that have less than one brain cell cannot tell. But you have to tell them with sticks and stones, you have to tell them with pears and apples that she's not okay with it. And since she did not show an ounce of anger in this post, people started accusing her and attacking her. Which this is called a human drug, ladies and gentlemen. This is why these kind of situations happen to these kind of people. Because I know you want to be a good person. I know you want to be nice to everybody, even if people are awful to you. Sounds very good. But that's the job of Jesus. And y'all are not Jesus. We must be like him, but not to this level. Because people will consider you a human drug. I'm talking from experience. You need to show even an ounce of anger, like anything, retaliation, any kind of revenge, any kind of anything. If not, people will come after you because they know you will not stand up for yourself. They just know. That's why they are attacking her right now. Because they just know she wouldn't do anything. Actually, she made it a joke again. Thank you for your concern and nice comments. Thank you for the reality checks. No, she doesn't need reality checks. Thank you for opening my eyes to my many faults. No, P, you don't have it. This is the thing. OP, you are way too perfect. That's the thing. It's the complete opposite. You are way too good for this world. You are way too nice. Things suck right now, but hopefully I'll be able to give you guys closure or at least more answers in a couple of days. Stay hydrated. Oh my gosh, Doragi. Oh my gosh. Before I read the comments, I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. What say you, Doragi? I know you have heard this story before, but any opinions on this story? Anything you wanna point out? Please tell us. Yes, indeed. She just puts up with everything. Every single little thing that happened. She paid the price and nobody else. It's horrible. Like, I giggle a little bit about this, but honestly, I feel so bad for her. I wish I was there and I wish I could bark for her and attack all those people for her because I hate when the world treats sweet people like this. I just hate it, but sadly, the only way for her to defend herself is protecting herself. She cannot expect this from other people. That's not how it works. The other family can take this dude. Yeah, we're still in the mystery where this dude is living at right now, right in this moment. Where is he? This is not okay. This is not okay in any way. So far, should I make more branches? I don't know. I don't know. I am considering listening. This is looking a little bit messy. I want to make a bunch more of flowers. There are some tiny ones hanging out in some places, but I need to make some branches too, like it's lacking branch. But I don't know which color to choose to make branch or two. Needs to be dark enough, but small enough too. Wisteria is also like braided in, but I feel too lazy to do that, honestly. That looks better. So, the first comments say, not the a-hole, ew, all those family members complaining, can have pee-pee pants, live with them instead. Just send them the video of his grown idiot peeing on your stuff. How much of a spiteful do you have to be to do that? I would require him to complete 2 levels of puppy training before I let him inside my house. I wouldn't ever. There's no way. You know, people are pretty much extremely angry for OP, including myself. Because OP is not showing any type of anger here, so everybody's getting very agitated for OP. Homeboy was for real projecting when he said the cat was marking territory. I'll bet my whole stimulus check that he somehow thought that by peeing on OP stuff, he was establishing that the apartment and his brother will always be his, or something like that. I can't think of anything else other than like being possessed or something. Well, in that case, if he was the owner of the brother and the apartment, he would be the brother of the apartment, not her stuff. You know, so he was technically claiming territory over her, maybe? Question mark. OP, this is the hill you die on. You do not let this fire hydrant move into your house, and tell your husband that he needs to be on your side about this. or he needs to be single, not the a-hole. The comments are projecting my feelings right now. The comments are 100% my brain right now. Seriously, I gagged reading this. I also almost gagged a couple times. I have to hold myself. If my son or daughters ever did that to their sibling and their sibling's significant other, I will disown them if they didn't apologize and repay for everything that has been peed on. I can't even imagine, not the a-hole. Like, what is up with the family? Nobody taking, not even the husband, nobody taking accountability. Not a single soul took accountability in this story. We need a new candle. Let's try the deformed candle. I'm really curious how this candle is gonna melt. Oh, what is this story, OP? That was a sigh of stress. I know I said it's a really fun story, but sometimes it becomes too real, especially with the human rock part. Like, I'm gonna take a breather for a moment. Oh, no, it turned off again. Whoa! Oh no, I sent one of my crayons flying. Oh, did it work now? Hey, it worked. Look at that weird candle. Oh, I'm gonna take a breather for a second. How long has it been? 1 hour? I've been reading for an hour? What the heck? I'm gonna take 5 minutes. I'm gonna very ironically pee. Be right back. I have arrived. Do I need more another candle? I don't think so. Whoa, this is melting very weird. This is melting very funky. For now, personally, I don't need more light. How's the camera doing? You guys need to see it closer? Do you need to be closer? I think so, a little bit, right? Do you need more light? Should I turn on another candle? Or are you okay like this? So far it's looking cute. I would like to make it more luscious. But I don't feel like it, I'm too lazy. Like always. You wanna go to the first update? PeeGate update. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, I remember she wrote an update. Wait, I remember it was an update before this. In the original post, she wrote a final update in the first paragraph. Final update. The modding team has agreed that the update is not up to standard. With the sub guidelines, if you are interested in finding out what happened, you can find it here. Please read. That was the final update. What do you mean it was not up to standard, the update? I never understand why there's so many rules in these places. The story is good enough, come on. And for OPs, this unhappiness, this story is very good. I'm gonna pick up the microphone for this. I apologize in advance for the very long read. No, please, keep going. Each section is divided, was written different times throughout the last few days. Okay. So, I showed Ted the post as you guys suggested. I imagine he did not find it very good. Ted is her husband, by the way. And after reading some comments, Ted understood that he had done wrong by me, and that even though I was okay with it, it was still inappropriate for him and the whole family to be how they are. Well, totally wrong. Absolutely outrageous. He apologized profusely for not demanding more from himself. Good as you should. His family and his brother, when the whole thing happened, and that Ash, the P-man, moving in with us was absolutely really not going to happen. A miracle. Miracle. You saw how this happened after everybody in the family found out about the Reddit post. But before that, nobody gave a damn. You know why? They do not care about her. I insist. None of them do care about her. They only care about their self-image to other people, which is really telling that these are even worse people than you think they are. Because pretending to be one person inside of the family and to be another person outside of the family is awful. I know many people like that in my life. I have many experiences like that, and it's awful. Because once they target you, there is no running out from that. Like, it's impossible. For her, right now, it's possible to do it. So I hope she does it. Like, anyways, he apologized profusely. Being an engineer too, he has some professional contacts. If there were any job opportunities for Ash, Well, why do we care about the P-man? One of those contacts ended up being someone who works for the same company P-man did and told the brother, the husband, that P-man hadn't been fired. Oh, go ahead. Oh my gosh. That he quit, but that he was welcome to have his job back. Oh my gosh. For the people that do not got it right now. P-man, remember the P-man was out of a job? And that's the reason why he wanted to live with OP and pee her stuff once again. And he really tried to do it again. Well, turns out P-man, okay, did have a job and he quit. He was not kicked out, he quit the job. He did this on purpose to go ahead and try to live with her again. P-man is absolutely insane. Ted, the husband, went to confront P-man about this. We live a couple of hours away. Oh my god, it's not far enough. While I was at work, I worked 2 jobs, one at night and one part-time during the day. OP, oh my gosh, poor OP, because I want to, and it brings me joy, not because my husband is liking in any way. No, nobody is accusing the husband. You're just too good of a person. What the heck, OP? Why is she so perfect? And found some stuff that started a chain of events and truth unveilings that, to be honest, just make me sad more than anything else. Yeah, I know. I'm being spineless again and should be outraged, but I'm just tired right now and want to just sleep. But I got enough nice and hateful messages that I figure I owe you guys closure. No, you don't owe anything to us, OP. You don't owe anything to us. It's enough of a trauma with the PeeGate saga. This is enough of a trauma. I'm probably going to get crap for sharing all of this, but right now I don't care. This is a resumed yet still very long version of everything that happened since my OP. Oh my gosh. She's now ready to give us a very long version of what the update is gonna be, and this is very difficult to memorize. Like, I will not blame you, Doragi, if you do not keep up. So just ask me if you can keep up. So B stands for brother, of the husband. If I say wife X, please refer to the number of brother. Not that many of them have multiple wives. It doesn't matter. B1, doctor with some type of military background. Wife, 3 kids. Brother 2, surgeon. Wife, 2 dogs, and a bearded dragon. Brother 3, engineer, fiancé, and dog. Brother 4, teacher and researcher. Wife, 1 kid. Brother 5, I don't know, works in IT, not sure of details. Wife. Brother 6, doctor. Single and ready to mingle. Brother 7, chef, businessman. Wife, 1 kid. Brother 8. Oh, I jumped. Brother 7 is chef and businessman with wife and 1 kid. Brother 8, car sales, wife, 3 kids, fish, just fish. Brother 9, Ted, her husband, wife, and cat. Brother number 10 is the P-man. So these are 10 male brothers. 10. I imagine with a mom and a dad, that will be 12 people in the family. Gosh, 10 people to take in, 9 people to take in the P-men, and all of them refused until Reddit literally forced them. What a family, what a family. What a hell to be involved with. I sat down with Ted to talk about everything you point out. He apologized immensely, we cried together, promised to do and be better. I hate that. I hate it when the victim is OP, yet the husband cries. What? No, 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 no. You should be the one consoling her. Okay? We get it. You also have feelings. You are human. But right now, you are apologizing to her. You are trying to, be nice to her. Why you need to cry for? Like, hold it in for like a couple minutes. Cry later. But right now, it's about her. Like, I hate that when other people cry while they're trying to apologize to you. Like, what do you want me to do? Console you while you are apologizing to me? Like, no, 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 no. No, no, you can hold it in. Hold it in. As you are all aware now, his family is complicated. Complicated is very short of words, and not rocking the boat was embedded into his heart. We both agree to go to individual therapy, and if both therapists suggest we do couples, then we do couples therapy too. He ordered a t shirt that says, "The most okayish human in the universe," to cheer me up a little bit. No, that's self punishment, and he's establishing his own punishment. Do not feel so guilty about what he did. Like what we have so far. He apologized, but he cried, so you must console him while he apologizing. And number two, he made a self um, punishment to make himself feel better about himself and what he did. And none of this is about consoling OP. Like curious, just so curious how the husband is. Anyways, Ted calls his connections and finds out Ash didn't quit, is pissed about all the drama that is causing and goes to confront him. He goes into his place. Ash is not there. Ted has a key for emergencies. He goes in anyways and waits. He eventually has to go to the guest's bathroom and it's locked. So he goes into his room. Why he has the keys of the brother? What? What is this family? Like yeah. They got along each other again, but to the point you have. I will never give my family my keys. Nope, it makes no sense, especially towards family members that done me wrong. Like, where is this type of relationship? This is insane. This family, nothing makes sense. Absolutely nothing makes sense. So I went to the guest bathroom and it's locked. So he goes into his room to use that bathroom and finds a situation. Was the word he used when he told me. He called me, tells me to stay home, and that he will be home later because he had to involve his family and didn't want to subject me to more than he already had, which had me thinking the worst. But at that point, I was scared and just told him to come back soon and be safe. No, 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 no. What is wrong with this husband? Whatever situation that has to be fixed, just call your mom. Tell her your son just did this. I don't want to be involved with it. I'm going home to my wife to support her and be with her. What? See how fast the husband runs to fix everything about the brother, but he barely makes any effort to support the wife at all whatsoever. She said right there she was scared. She said she was scared. And how she's gonna spend it? Alone. Well, with the cat, but alone. Her husband is right there. Husband is right there. He's not working, he's not doing anything serious. And the husband is not right there with her. Like, this husband, are you serious? That apology at this point to me seems like nothing. He did not apologize into my eyes. He only did it because of Reddit. That's it. About 2 hours later, wife number 8, the of brother number 8, calls me crying. Why? Why she has your number? To ask if I'm okay. Oh, she's nice. She's nice. I say, I don't know. OP, you so far, yeah, kind of know, yeah. Ted just told me vaguely about the situation and haven't heard since. She asked, oh my gosh. She asked if I want to know, which I did, and then she starts off by apologizing, saying that they didn't know the whole story, that brother number 5 had read my post and called brother number 7 to complain about me sharing the story online. Like, that's the least worry of that is the least worry right now. Nobody cares about the Reddit post. Right now, we care about the P-men attacking once again. Apparently, having your brother-in-law peeing your stuff isn't common enough that he knew it was our family by reading it. My gosh. So the brothers read this story in Reddit, and of course, OP didn't mention any real names, I assume. But they still knew it was about them because, it's the only family that apparently suffers with these kind of issues. Gosh. Brother Seven reads the story and says there's a few things about my version of events that sounds off to him. He contacts Brother Two, who contacts their mom, and by this point they're all read it. I did have missed calls from Brother 6 and Brother 2, and I didn't answer because I was working. Actually, don't answer any calls from that family OP. I don't even know why you're being nice enough to answer their calls. What are they gonna say? Really, what are they gonna say? They already know that this situation happened and they didn't apologize at all whatsoever. What else do they have to say? Right, Doragi? What else do they have to say other than just apologizing and being very apologetic? If they want to know more information, ask the husband. Why do we ask OP? Why? Like, why would she lie about this? There is no reason for her to lie about this. And they know that this situation is about their family because clearly something has happened with P before. So they do know more than OP knows. So what's the point of calling OP and making her suffer like this? No. Nope, nope, nope. And OP keeps answering them, and that is just being a human rug. And OP keep letting her husband just completely ignore her. Like, this is not right. This is actually making very angry. Okay, let's keep going. Anyways, as many of you guessed, the therapist part of the P-men was sketchy. Psh, I don't believe anything that the P-men and their family says. Turns out that the therapist he had been going was a friend of his with zero actual training, just pretended to be his therapist. So his mom will get off of his back about it. Are we surprised? Are we surprised? Like, of course not. He faked going to the therapy, which his mom paid for. Oh, and he stole money from his mom too, for about 3 years. Oh gosh. Let me guess, they're just gonna forgive and forget the family. One of my lights went out. Ay, that was hot. Hot. There is no liquid inside of this. It completely melted. Look. Wow. Oh my gosh. It literally left no wax. No nothing. That is actually really good. It used every single micro I was gonna say microaggression. Micro essence of wax. I don't know how to say. This is the week thing. That is cool. I kind of want to collect those every time I finish a candle. Should I put another weird candle? Ow! Hot. Or a normal candle? Or maybe just one candle for now, because I'm not drawing, so I don't need the light right now. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna keep reading a little bit more and then draw after that. Because right now this story is way too good. I got hooked. I got completely hooked. I'm gonna leave it on for a little bit so just that it sticks to the base. So you can have some sort of support because it's really, really dancing. It's not very firm. That's no bueno. Anyways, let's keep reading. He stole money for about 3 years. My mother-in-law found out and kept it secret. Oh, so she did know. Which she excused by saying she had forgiven the other brothers for worse. Oh, what did the other brothers do that was worse than the P-man? And the P-man stealing money for 3 years, and the P-man pretending to go to therapy for 3 years. And the P-man quitting his job on purpose so he can go to a stranger's house and pee on his stuff again. What did the brothers do that is worse, Doragi? Guess. Take your guesses, please, everybody. Murder? No, I'm not gonna say murder. What kind of horrible things happen? Gosh. What is this family? What is this? Is this the mob? Is this a story of the mob? Oh, I got blurry all the time. Am I blurry? Yeah. I guess the base of the candle is good enough. Okay, let's just use one. Yeah, then let's not waste. I don't like wasting in this house. Just one is good enough. I'm not drawing, but honestly, I like it how it looks right now. It looks, how's it called? Rough. It looks rough. I like it. It's a nice style. Anyways, all of this came to light because Brother 2 confronted her about the P-man not apologizing to me, because they were under the false impression that he had apologized, and I have forgiven him. Since why would she forgive him? Since I have a track record of being a doormat. Oh, we have some self-awareness finally, and the fact that he was best man. Yeah, which is why they were pushing him to live with us. They even if after you forgive him and allow him to be her best man, even with that, it's the family's none of your business. None of your business. Why do you have to make an opinion about this? None of your business. They also didn't know the territorial incident had been going on for months. They knew it was a few instances, but no as many as they actually were. How many times do they need for it to happen? For the family to be like, this is okay. How many times do you need it? Hello? Like, how many times does it need to happen to be okay? 5? Like, what's the limit of this family? 10, 20, 50 times? Okay, back to wife number 8. She tells me that brother number 3, 4, and 8 were coming. Yeah, we saw that in some part of the story, and I was like, what? Because Ted has asked for help, which freaked me out. And she tells me to talk to wife number 1 because she could use some support. By the way, OP is talking right now to wife number 8. So wife number 8 is telling OP to talk to wife number 1 because wife number 1 apparently is the only one that is supporting OP because so far nobody has. I need to drink some water. Oh my gosh. I will be living in another country with this if I ever came around this family. All of a sudden, moving out to another country sounds really appealing. I hang up, and her husband, OP's husband, had been calling me while I was on the phone, and he just kept saying he's so sorry and that his brothers will take care of everything. So I just tell him to spit it out, that I just spoke with wife 8 and didn't currently have the patience to be kept in the dark. And apparently, yes, OP, you deserve all the explanations, all the apologies, everything. And apparently, P-Man has some mental issues, well, obviously, and absolutely despises me. I don't know if he despises you, adores you, thinks that you are caca. I don't know, it's very confusing. Me and had pictures of me. What? Sorry, grammar. And had pictures of me on his bathroom covered both in pee and man juice. Gosh. Yeah, this is the part where we go from absolutely insane to psychopath. I mean, sorry for misdiagnosing. This is not psychopathic. This is more like stalker. He apparently also has some of brother's number 1 daughter. She's 14. Pictures. Okay, so not only the P-man has pictures of OP in the bathroom, also a girl from the family. So that will make her his niece. His niece of 14 in the bathroom, pictures covered in pee and men juice. This is stalker. And now we cross the line of something I cannot say, but we all know it. I honestly don't know what she did to him to deserve this. And OP, no, you don't understand. He's looking for prey. That's what he's looking for. He's not looking for revenge. He's not looking for territory. He's not looking for whatever everybody else say in the comments. He's looking for victims. And victims only fit one pattern and one pattern only. Completely defenseless. Like clearly OP has not been protected by nobody in the family, not even her husband. She has no protection. Just like the 14-year-old girl. That's what he was looking for. He's looking for prey victims. Ted, disgusted and enraged, well, finally, some reaction out of the husband, by the way. Husband is, his name is Ted, goes with this into the bedroom and finds in his nightstand photo books that were supposed to be at his parents', which you can take a wild guess whose pictures were cut out and scratched off. All the comments about psychotic behavior were more accurate than would have liked, which he. I mean, girl, peeing on your stuff wasn't psychotic enough. Like, well, it's not, again, it's not very psychotic. It's more like stalker, I will say my personal opinion, but yeah. It does have a little bit of psychotic because he's feeling no guilt about it. You know, but he does clearly cares enough about his family, at least, I guess, in a sick way, because he does stop doing what he's doing once his family told him to not do certain actions in the parameters of what the family knew, because the family didn't knew about this clearly. So anyways, oh my gosh, this is insane. This is insane. Which sorry for laughing, I feel very uncomfortable. Which he drops out of disgust when he sees our wedding photo yellow stain. Ew, he touched it. Oh, like I will burn even my clothes after going inside that apartment. Like, seriously. He goes to pick it up, and the cat is under the bed. The cat, again, is a dog, it's not a cat. Frightened and malnourished. Oh, that's sad. When he courses her out, oh, she's a female dog. She's also covered in dry pee and man juice. Yeah, now we went to psychotic. Because one thing is damaging objects, one thing is damaging images, but another thing is going after animals, and that's the first step towards psychotic behavior. But it's really curious about the pee thing. I never heard about such a thing, and this is why I like this story so much, because I never heard of such a thing before. Like, well, there is a lot of pee and poo in mental health, but for a psychopath to do this, usually it's more towards aggression, and this, although seems aggressive, it also has some light tints of something else going on, which is really curious in my point of view. Anyways, at this point, brother number 6 calls him because I wasn't answering. Ted, the husband, tells him that he found out and Ash, the P-man, is not home and that he had to take the dog to the veterinary. Thank God we're saving the dog. Shh, something that the husband does right. Okay, some kind of compassion. He has no compassion towards his wife, but at least towards the dog, you know. So we got the less some sort of moral compass here. Brother 6 tells him to stay there until they found out where Ash is. Oh, so this is why the brothers are coming. Now I understand it. Before she was saying, oh, brother number something, we're coming over. And I was like, what? Why? Now we know. The P-man is missing, so we must find them. And also we must fix. Is there something to fix here other than just putting him in a facility where he has very restricted contact with humans and loads of treatment? Like, actually, not only him, but the rest of the family too. Because remember when the mom said they have done worse than the P-man? Yep. Okay, how much worse did the other brothers do than the P-Man right now? Okay, because P-Man has psychologically damaged people, and not physically, but the dog was, also psychologically traumatized. And he's given hints of yeah, behavior towards small people. We don't know if he has act on it. Hopefully not. But what much worse did the brothers do than the P-men at this point? How much more worse? So the whole family, the whole family to the ranch. Anyways, uh, everybody's calling each other. Brothers are coming to town. They start calling each other. Brother one is furious. Finally, somebody threatened to unalive him, the P-man. Or let's remember that brother number one is the father of the 14-year-old. So, of course, yeah, please do indeed beat the living out of his. He deserves it 100%, which is the reason he wasn't one of the ones to come. Yeah, I understand, brother number one. If I would be in front of that person will be 3 meters under the dirt. Let's say it like that. Now, all of the brothers know, and there's a lot of feelings going around, raging from fury to concern, and they don't know where the P-man is. We need to call the cops. We need to call the cops. Why nobody? Somebody call 911, please. Somebody. Does nobody care about the? Sorry. Ted calls. Ted, the husband, calls his mom to confront her about lying and covering and reuniting them. My gosh, how much the mom knew. So far, the only one that's been covering up the lies so far is the mom, because everybody else just didn't know. And the husband did know, but not much. The mom is the only one. But how much did the actual mom know? Because this family is weird enough to give each other's keys for stuff. Usually it's used for emergencies, I'm guessing, but it's just kind of weird to me. 'Cause if it is for your mom, yeah. If it is for your siblings, it's weird. That is just my personal opinion. Although she didn't know he was lying about the therapist. Oh, so she didn't know he was lying about the therapist, but when she reunited them, oh, she didn't know yet, and she cried and said that she knew brother number one through 8 had tormented the P-man when he was little, and she had done nothing about it and failed as a mother, and that she had been trying to protect him now to make up for it. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a family of P people. This is the P town. This is the P family. All of them males. 8 brothers? 8 brothers? No, 10 brothers. All of them males. Like, this is the kind of shit that is like a wolf pack, and to assert a dominance with each other, they peed on each other. Pee everywhere. Pee flying out. Okay, God knows what else did they do as a wolf pack. I cringe to say that, but honestly, I see it like that. In the cringy way, wolves will never be like this. Like, in reality, wolves are far better than this. We all know that the alpha and omega thing is not very real in wolves. in actual nature. This is, oh my gosh, this is, no, not even, I wouldn't even find this in the furry community. I don't want to be mean to the furry community, let's be mean to the weird part of the furry community, to all those weirdos. I don't think I will even find that in real life, because these are not strangers to each other. These are siblings. 10 male siblings. The God knows what else they do to the P-men. Clearly he's the youngest by the way they're describing things. And clearly he was the one who was peed on for most of the time. It makes us feel sad for the P-men, but at the same time, knowing that the P-man had the opportunity to have therapy, treat his trauma, and get rid of the family once and for all and forever, because he clearly had the support of at least one brother that, let's hope, never peed on the P-man. Because let us not forget, we don't know who else did this to the P-man. How many of the 10 brothers, and how much did the 10 brothers knew, because they did it themselves. Like, there are not many secrets around such a tight knit family. This is insane. The plot twist, oh my gosh, is giving me the cringe. I'm cringing very hard right now. And that she, la 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 la, I already read that. I do remember when we got married, my mother-in-law was very on top of P-men, and I just thought she was just being motherly. Later, my husband told me that he also remembers his mom asking if it was a good idea to have him as a best man, which we were both too naive to notice. Also, the husband didn't even want him to be the best man. The mother just proposed this. Sorry. I saw that she had always pushed the husband to be present in the P-man's life, which she told him in their confrontation that the more present the husband was in his life, the more stable he was. Also, yeah, clearly the husband was the only one who did not peed on the P-man. And it was the only nice brother, apparently. Gosh, this is disgusting. I feel icky. Like, the husband is good, but only because he was forced to do it. Kinda seems like he wasn't really nice to the P-man because he wanted to. It was only the mom. But again, if you as a mother wanna be nice to one of your little sons, you don't try to force it in the other siblings. You do it yourself, which is really weird. Like, get him real friends. Like, not sibling. He clearly has a very complex situation with his siblings. He's very traumatized with his siblings. So why make one of his siblings his friend? You know? Clearly, when this happened, when he got married, he felt some sort of betrayal and some sort of arousement too because of the woman. So clearly this is not healthy for him. Like, getting real friends. Well, at this point we're way too over the line of getting him real friends. He first needs to be in an institution with the other brothers too, and the mom too, because I will throw her too inside, because she clearly did not did good enough to protect whatever was going on. She said she never told him because she didn't want to put that kind of pressure on him, the husband. Well, she already did. And that by the time she realized he had been lying, he seemed fine and had outgrown his issues. The mother is lying through her teeth, like it's clearly not over. It's far from over. Oh my gosh, for how long have we been going? And I need to read faster. I'm sorry, I am not a faster reader than this. This is very long. This is, and I love it. Sorry about P. Gosh, I'm gonna drink some water. We are beyond not drawing at this point. I don't know if to leave the arch like that, because I already did a huge drawing right here, so gosh. Anyways, after hanging up on his mom, and when he called me apologizing and tells me all of this, I call out of my other job because there is no way I can go to work like this. Gee, I have a lot to think about and I'll keep you posted. So, another, she keeps going with the story. I called the husband and told I was on my way there because someone was to take care of the cat. He said he didn't want me seeing any of that, but I'm honestly just worried about the dog. We're talking about the dog. And at this point, I'm just numb and wanted to be useful. She keeps calling the dog cat, so I'm not very clear because let's make it clear here. Like, the P man had a dog. That's what she said in the beginning of the story. But she starts changing it to the cat, which when she first described the dog, she said it was so old it couldn't go upstairs to do all the peeing. So I still don't think that was a cat. I still think that is a dog. But if you see me changing from cat to dog, we are referring to that animal right there, the one who has been peed on too as well. And they took to the bed. Thank God. About an hour into the drive, I got a notification from our Ring, the doorbell that records the people at your door. And it's a delivery of sunflowers, which are the husband's favorite flower. He's very secure in his masculinity. Please don't make this. Oh man. I tell the delivery person to read me the card. This is the type of doorbell you can talk to the person in the door. And it's from the P man saying something along the lines of, OP did me dirty by sharing our problems online. Anything that comes from it will be on her. OP, run. Run for your life. And I just broke down. Oh, poor OP. I had to pull over and just cry my heart out. Oh, poor thing. I called my neighbor to please take the flowers and throw them out and send the husband a picture. And I just drove back to go to my sister's place because I honestly don't know what to do. Run. This is what you must do, OP. Run. OP, your life at this point is in danger. I am so lost of all of this. Is so messed up, and I had a huge family before any of this happened. And I feel like I lost a lot of people who I love that I thought also thought of me as family. But not even in my sheltered version of the world can I see or justify of all of the things that are happening right now. And I don't want to lose my husband, and I'm worried about the cat, and I'm scared the P-man is going to hurt himself. Oh, you're too good. Come on. You're too good. We know we all feel bad for the P-man and his trauma, but he just threatened you. Oh, P-man just threatened you. or my husband, and I called wife number one, and she's so scared for her daughter. Yeah, call the cops. Why is nobody calling the cops? And I don't want her to be scared, that I don't have it in me to console her. No, OP. No, but you are victim number one. We know the daughter is in danger too, but nothing has happened actually to the daughter yet, as far as we know. You know, everything that has happened in direct contact has happened into OP. So please, somebody hug OP, please. Oh my gosh. Because I'm just as scared, and I rationally know none of this is my fault. Of course not. But I'm the common point between everything that's happened. I just don't know what to do. Oh, she's breaking down again. Gosh, gosh, this situation. I'm okay. As okay as a person can be in this type of situation. I'm at my parents' house, and husband is here, and he brought me my cat. And life sucks less with a cat on your lap. Where to start? You probably have 1,000 questions by this point, and I don't know how to answer any of them since I've just been waiting to post all of this. Maybe I won't post it at all and keep you all wondering. Whatever you want to choose, OP, whatever you want to do. I will say both this situation and some of the messages I've gotten made me lose some of my faith in humanity, but I guess that part of us make us human. No, OP. Nope, nope, nope. This is not the time to go to social media when you are like this. Like, I know you want to feel better by the compliments and support of people, but when you are down, you see everything in gray colors. You are better off watching a TV show or talking to an AI, but not social media, like anything but social media when you are this down. You want to know what's the worst part about all of this? OP, is there anything worse? Like, every single thing about this story has been awful. I have legitimate PTSD. Oh, she keeps making jokes. Oh, PTSD. And I don't say that in a quirky way anymore. Or you just said it quirky, OP. Every time I hear someone peeing, as in the pee hitting the water, I get this sense of dread in my chest, and the world just becomes a bit staticky. Going to the bathroom myself has been a whole experience. I had my first therapy appointment though. We luckily and tragically live in a world where you can just throw money and make anything happen. Thanks, Daddy, for paying for an emergency shrink. Yeah, OP is really down right now, so there's nothing wrong going to therapy about this. Nothing wrong about that. It's not a shrink anymore, it's called help. Because clearly, she was completely abandoned by everybody else she knew, even her own husband. So, this is what happens when you don't have any help from nobody else. What you do, you go to ask help, not only for a professional, but for a stranger, because nobody else supported you. That's what happened. That was an update of how I'm doing since some of you have asked, but I'll get to the point and the reason of why you are all here. What happened to the P-Man? After the flower delivery, I just couldn't deal with this anymore and made my back to my sister's husband. And went back to my sister's husband. Immediately left and came to me. Brother number 6 is the one coordinating everything else. Out of all of my brother-in-laws, he is my favorite, and I don't care if the others see this. Most of them have been trash to me at some point or the other, clearly. Number 10 taking the cake. Oh, what happened? Oh, None of the other brothers, have any contact with her so far. So something happened clearly. So the nicest brother is brother number 6, and the most awful brother, apart from the P-man, is brother number 10. I haven't had it in me to ask what's going to happen to Ash. I think he needs help above everything else, more like jail above everything else. But yeah, therapy, yeah. Not therapy, institution. Brother number 1 clearly thinks differently, and I guess he's trying to get the police involved. Thank you. Yes. Brother number 1, yes. Call the cops involved since his daughter is a minor. I ask husband to see the pictures. No, OP, don't do that. No, 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 nope. Don't do it. You are having very bad episodes already. To just listening to the sound of peeing, how much do you think actual pictures will do to you of what happened? No. Mm-mm. Brother number 2 said to document everything. Yeah, he's telling everybody else to do that, but he doesn't do it himself. Just do it yourself, man. Because I thought it will help. It did not. I just realized more questions. I just raised more questions. But hey, I have a therapist now that can talk me through them. I mean, what answers do you want? Something clearly happened in the past, and the secret is very deep within the family. And I don't think any of them will spit it out because clearly horrible and incriminates the whole family. So I don't think you want to know the why, because I have a wild guess about very hardcore bullying because some sort of trauma. So far, the father of the family has not been named yet. He is nowhere to be seen. So I bet it has a lot to do with the father. Because the mother, although horrible, was not very involved in what happened or the family trauma. So I'm suspecting the father. I need to get more water, be right back. We haven't drawn anything at all. It's kind of good. Well, if if you focus. No, you don't want to do it. Nope, nope. How you doing, Doragi? Are you holding on to your chair? It looks like this story is done, but it's far from done. And I hope the secret of what happened in the past is a very well buried past. And I hope the secret comes out and everybody knows. Like, I don't know how many years it has to go by before one of the brothers confesses, but somebody has to say it. Okay? God says that all your secrets will be uncovered at some point, and I don't care if it is now or in 10 years, but someday I know the story will have an end to this. Ooh, let's stretch. Should I change the focus of the camera since I'm not very much drawing anymore? Should I point it out to my face to make this more entertaining to watch? Because right now it's just a booklet and nothing. And a candle. How long have been going for? 2 hours. Let's keep it going. I guess right now I don't have anything more to say. I'm sorry to have wasted your time, but I'm sure this isn't over and I'll have more to say maybe later, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Well, they found P-Men. Brother number 3, 4, and 8 showed up at his place, and he was there this time. Apparently, he had noticed that the husband has been there and didn't know about the that was coming from. Punches were thrown. Yes, thank you. Yelling. More punches. Yes, he deserves. And one appointment to the ER later. Pimen is currently in a psychiatric hold, being evaluated for myriad of things. And also the brothers, please. Like, I am grateful that they punch him, but also, you also need treatment, all of you, including the mom, including the husband. Ted's mom keeps trying to get in touch. No, Ted, no, 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 no. I don't know if it is to apologize, of course it's not, or to inquire about what's happening. No, it's to attack you, girl. She's ready to attack you. She's ready to pounce at you. Because in general, everybody is mad at her. Are you sure about that? I haven't heard anything about anybody being mad at the mom. But I'm done with her, as you should, and the whole family. Trash the whole family away. Trash. I think this is the worst reality check a person could ever have. What reality check? Girl, this is not normal. This is madhouse. No. But I certainly have learned a lot about people and trust in families. Girl. Girl. From the information that we have, Ted's mom seems to have been right about something. Ted not being actively present in his brother's life has brought him to madness. Are we sure he wasn't mad before that? I'm pretty sure he was. You know, the husband being in the P-man's life is nothing but a trigger. Like, of course he went worse. I guess with the pandemic and us keeping our distance is what started his decline. No, girl, this would have happened anyways. It was just one trigger more, one more, you know. We'll have to work through that with however methods of coping they provide him, because Ted has cut off about half of his family. Half? I think you need to cut a little bit more than that. Hopefully this time forever, since I really don't see either of us getting over this anytime soon. Gosh, how much more do you need, husband? How much more do you need? What is this? What is this trauma bond? What? You have a wife right there and there, a new family, a new life, away from all of this crazy. And you still choose to stay with that family? What? At least half of it? I don't care if they're sane. It doesn't matter if they're normal. It's just the association with them. Don't you think you will see the bad side of the family at any house party, at any family event? No. No, 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 no. How much more is there of the story are you asking? Just 3 more paragraphs. This is update number 1 out of 6. Anyways, P-Man cat unfortunately didn't make it. What? That's something that I will forever feel guilty about. Why, OP? You didn't do anything. At some point in the last year, she developed some type of kidney problem. Ah, that went untreated. And while she was being abused and neglected, it became too late to help her. No, that's not your fault, OP. The vet said that after everything he was hearing, because they were calling the police on brother number 4 for animal abuse. Yes, thank you. And he had to kind of explain some of the situation. She was not going to make it without suffering, and he decided to put her down. I mean, kidney problems, as far as I knew, it is normal in all pets. As far as in this story, they said it was an old pet. Whether it was a cat or a dog, I don't know. But I have had many dogs that reach the age of 20 and they immediately start having kidney problems. And one cat that was young to have kidney problems, but it was because he lived most of his life with medications because of a previous accident with a dog. Anyways, besides the point, once that starts, I say, unless for treating the pain, it is better to let the dog go. I know that a lot of people find this as animal cruelty, but honestly, the dog is 20 plus years old. In my case, they had a very lengthful, happy life, and I just don't like seeing pets sick. You know, I can live with pets missing limbs, missing some part of their body, because they get used to it pretty rapidly. You know, pets cannot see much of a difference. You know, they don't have that much of a consciousness to see it. They don't see themselves as being different than other pets. But when it comes to sickness, I actually see a change in the personalities, in pets at least. I do see them more down, a little bit more sad, a little bit more in pain because they actually feel some sort of pain. Especially with kidney disease, they are in pain. So, and they don't. It's hard for pets to show it. You really need to put a lot of attention into it, and especially in old pets because they are already a little bit wonky, a little bit, you know. So, as much guilty as OP feels, I find it a very good decision that the vet did. You know, living with a kidney disease is painful, very painful. Even with medication, I bet. So, no, I don't. I think this would have happened anyways, whether it was a pet with medication. So I would have put down the pet anyways, in my personal opinion. Anyways, let's keep going. Apparently, the thing with brother number 1 daughter was about his severe bullying when they were younger. He never actually had much contact with her. It was about getting back at brother number 1 in the way he knew best. His daughter is going to be attending therapy just in case. I don't know what or how much they told her, but I assume they had to ask her questions about her contacts with the P-man, and eventually they would have had to explain why they were asking. I gave hints about this because I do know most of the story, about half. You know, I have read up until update number 3. But brother number 1, what did you do to the P-man that he had so much trauma? that you created a psychopath. How much how much more of a psychopath are you, brother number one? And also, who did this to you, brother number one? Huh? We have still, because nobody, where some psychopaths are born like it, but it's incredibly rare, super rare actually. So, who did this to you, brother number one? You know, because clearly the P-man is not brave enough to do this in person, because he's also a human rogue, clearly, but he's a very corrupted human rogue in this case, and he's becoming himself how's it called, a psycho. So what do you do, brother number one? What do you do that you are apparently normal, quote unquote, to have a wife and daughter and pretend that everything is good, nice and dandy, God knows for how long, and do this to the P-men? Make a psychopath. How wrong of a person you must be to create a psychopath. We always talk about psychopaths and how they are, but we never talk about who created them. Like, how much more of an pure evil, I call it this time, that he converted a totally normal person, because everybody is born completely, quote unquote, normal, let's say, uh, without any mental health things going on. What do you do? Eh? That is the question. Anyways, I guess that's about it. I'm not leaving my husband. Oh, OP. Gosh. I'm not peeing on anybody's property. No, it's not even funny at this point, OP. I'm going to therapy, and I made it very clear to absolutely everyone that I will never have any of them living with us for any reason or any contact at all whatsoever. OP, let's remember that. I don't care if they Pope is with them. What? OP sometimes writes, I don't understand her. I just feel like I lost that part of me that cared. And I guess all in all, I still did not receive that apology, but to be honest, I don't want it either. Perhaps my therapist will convince me otherwise, or perhaps it's for the best. But for now, I guess I'll just, I don't know, deal with this as I can. And that was the update number 1, if I'm not mistaken. That was update number 1. Yep indeed. One update, and we have all this information now. Do you see how, Doragi, this changed my life? Like, I have seen other YouTubers talk about this, and they talk about it for hours. The minimum I have seen is 1 hour. This story, amazing. 10 out of 10. If this was made up in somebody's mind, 10 out of 10. If this is real, I just wish I could meet OP and just give her a big hug. Squeeze her as much as I can. Give her all my money, my house, my pets, and hope that her rest of her life is what she deserves, and she deserves a peaceful, calm, loving life with an actual real family that cares about her. That's what OP deserves. Like, I have a soft spot for human rugs, for people that do not stand up for themselves. I have a very soft spot for those people. Like, I wish I could attack all those people for her. But we all know that she will wouldn't learn to stand up for herself unless she do it herself. So sadly, we have to sit and watch this going down to poor OP, you know. And it finally kind of worked, kind of. She did say that her kind part about her died with her in that moment. No, it wasn't your kindness, OP. It was the part of you said, I had enough. I finally had it. I had enough. I choose myself. I choose to love myself. I choose to fight this. I choose to put an end to this. And she did. She cut up, I don't know how many family members, but she cut up at least a huge chunk of this. She still has yet to be apologized because so far the only apologies she has had are half apologies, half guilt tripping her, and half her consoling other people. You know, she deserves the world, honestly. But this is how life it is, honestly. If she struggles with being a human drug, life will throw you around the biggest psychopaths it can find so you can finally stand up for yourself. Because let's be honest, psychopaths are in the lookout for victims like this. This is the perfect victim. This is the perfect victim. She has no protection from anybody else. She has no help. You know, her family is there for her, but not so much involved actually. I have barely heard about any of them taking actual actions for her, you know. She only went to them to ask for help and protection, and they gave it to her. Yeah, they were kind enough. But nobody actually stood up and said, you need to come to my house right now. I will not let you be alone and be on your own. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's go immediately to update number 2, the sequel. Now it's called the PeeGate update number 2, the sequel. Gosh, are we ready? I needed actually a honey spray for my throat because it's struggling. I need to find it wherever it is. Where is my honey spray? Oh, it was in my backpack. I just remembered. Some ASMR. Shaking the bottle. Spraying. Delicious. This is eucalyptus, honey, and something else. Propolis. How do you call it in English? I don't know. Are we entertained, Doragi? I'm having lots of fun. My throat is suffering, but I am having so much fun that I completely forgot to finish my drawing. Like later when I have to edit a short for this thing, I'll have to go through hours of footage to make a short about this. Look how dark it became outside now. You know what? I'm gonna put up more candles. I'm sweating my balls off, but I don't care. I want more candles. Even if I'm not drawing. Ooh. Ah. Let's put the candles together. And do something pretty together. The drawing, let's mess with this later. The candles. Not you. And there we go. Stunning, beautiful, aesthetic. Oh, yeah, I need half an hour more and then I go to rest. Hello, everyone. I just wanted to start off by saying thank you for the overwhelming amount of love and support I have received from internet strangers. All of the kind of messages and, in general, for the concern you have shown me and my family. I will start answering messages soon, I promise. It's just been a hard couple of days. My therapist recommend writing in order to organize my feelings. Yeah, it helps me to writing and help me process what happened. And since some of you have shown interest, I guess this is a good day diary as any. I figure a post update will be a little bit easier to read for those curious of what happened next in the P-Man saga. It's been almost 2 weeks since I first opened Pandora's box. Oh, this is very soon update. That is my husband's family, and you all know how that went. I will be forever grateful to Reddit and all of you for helping me see there were things that needed to be talked about and looking into, even if it end up turning my life into a pea show. I also don't know how the Twitter people ended up here, but I want to thank you all the same for the support. A lot of people ask me the same questions, so here are the answers. My husband, my brothers in law, and I, right now, I don't really have it in me to deal with any of them except brother number 6. He has always been my favorite, and in general, we should have taken a cue from him and distance from the family. Oh, so this is the distant brother. This brother number 6. Sorry, I had to open my cat's door. He truly has been the most supportive and apologetic about the whole ordeal. Finally, a truthful apology. I did talk to brother number 1 and his wife to offer my help in whatever way I could, and they politely declined, telling me I have done enough. What do you mean about that? I don't know if they meant it backhandedly. Of course, they meant it mean. That was very passive aggressive. OP. OP. You need to read social cues, and I honestly struggle with them. But I know that was an attack. Or honestly, but I'm still keeping my distance from all of them. That is not keeping your distance if you are contacting them for helping them. OP, let's remember you are victim number 1. Hello, you don't need to help any of them with anything. Also, let's not forget they created P-Men. Hello? Why would you want to even talk to these psychos? Most of the other brothers apologized for everything. Some owned to their parts in this messed up situation. Yeah, really? Did they actually tell you the truth? And some owned up to their past behaviors. Did they actually? Because last time I heard this story, none of them said the real story. We have yet to find out and uncover the actual real story. I think this whole family is going to be financing the psychology field for a while. More like forever. Even their daughters and grandsons after them will still need treatment because this clearly is very huge. I did recommend that everyone should go to therapy because recommend more like please go or you're just gonna affect everybody you know around you. Like You family are a menace. Because as much as I was the one who started it. Girl, you started what? You started what? You did not pee on your own stuff? Girl, who's gaslighting you? Who told you that? You started what? Hello? Am I the only one who thinks? What? I am flabbergasted. Who is attacking? No, somebody is gaslighting OP very hardcore right now. Like, and it's making me even angrier. It's something that affects the family as a whole. Girl, this happened way before you were even in the family. You didn't do anything, absolutely nothing. My mother-in-law, some kind Redditors pointed out that she had probably been manipulated, abused her whole life. Questionable, yes, but no. You know, one thing is you are a victim, that is true. But another thing is that you become, because of trauma, you become an aggressor, and exactly the same type of aggressor that traumatizes you. And that's a very hard cycle to break, you know, but somehow most of people find a way to break it. So, also, it doesn't sound like this family was struggling with finding therapy. It sounds more like they completely deny any kind of therapy. Also, how old is this family? Let us not forget that the P-man was 25, and the P-man seems like the youngest child, or at least in the middle. How old is the family? They're all way too old to only now, only when everything exploded, go through therapy, each and every one of them. Really? You didn't saw anything wrong with it before? Really? Now you wanna do what you must do? Now? They all of them have wives, they all of them have kids. And yeah, you're kind of struggle with money when you are in those type of situations. But at least one of the brothers must have some sort of money. You know, one of the brothers sounds like brother number 6 is the only one who went to therapy in some sort of kinda. Anyways, and I'm not denying or agreeing with that, but know that she did have a complicated life. We are no contact with we are not we are no contact with her from here on out until the end of time, as you should. And with the whole family. Trash the whole family away. And honestly, your husband, I still don't like him, girl. Since she called to berate us for breaking up the family. Okay, everything about the mother-in-law went out the window. The tiny, incy-wincy bit of empathy I had for her out of the window. One thing is you being a victim, but one thing is attacking other victims. What? It makes no sense. Her words were something along the lines of, I have worked for years in order to have the lot of you together. You cannot force nobody to like nobody, mother-in-law, so what are you saying? Not even God has that kind of power. I have forgiven every single thing each of you has ever done. She's talking right now to the husband, by the way. And this is how you repay me, by letting a little woman of the night, female dog, get in the way of our family. So there's that. Throw the whole family to freaking Jupiter. They do not even deserve to be in Earth. Come on. This family is a menace. is a menace. Ted, my husband, he's handling everything as best as he can. Poor baby. He's also in therapy and working through his feelings. Poor thing. He keeps apologizing over and over. And in general, I think seeing that his best bud did to me because of him will haunt him for a while. Oh, poor thing. Boo hoo. Boo hoo for the husband. We read all of your comments together, and as much as he appreciates his redemption, what redemption? Hello? He has done nothing. He has done nothing. What do you mean? She did not help OP with anything, only but one thing and one thing only. He took the cat of OP's from her house to the parents' house. And besides of that fact, and apologizing like 1,000 times, like that's gonna fix anything, because he's not the one who has to apologize. He has to apologize for he abandoning her. That is for sure, but he has not apologized for that. That's for sure. We have not heard a single thing of him apologizing for abandoning her. We are only heard of him apologizing for his brother, which is very easy to do because he did not do a single thing. So what redemption are we talking about here? What redemption? He says he doesn't feel he's earned it. Some self-awareness at last that he has years to make it up for. No, let's not exaggerate this bad. No, this is very immature exaggeration. He's self-punishing and establishing his own punishment yet again. Which, again, the victim is OP here, not the husband. So hello. Why the husband is having this victim mentality here? He has yet to do anything for OP. Hello, take her to vacations, go to therapy with her, couples therapy. You schedule the therapy for her, help her in any way with her PTSD with the P. No, nothing. No, he only apologized 1,000 times for his brother. That's all he has done. And taking the cat. He also told me he understood if I wanted to divorce him. I don't know if this... At the moment, with the heat of the moment, I will say yes. And he has not taken accountability for his actions yet. But honestly, he doesn't look like a bad person. He's not a bad person. He's an I will abandon you person, which is not per se evil. He's not a psycho. He done horrible things, but I don't know if he did manage to divorce. He only needs to mature, that's it. He's very mature, and with things like this, with therapy and and issues like this that finally face him, he has some trouble in his life finally. He can finally, take accountability, which has yet to do. That he couldn't live knowing his family has done this to his wife. Yet we are talking about him. His wife. I politely declined, as I still love him very much, and I told that this is not his fault. We'll see how therapy goes for him. Gosh, this man... It's not only therapy, it's about being mature. This is a baby. This is a baby crying, and this is only appropriate for babies to apologize 1,000 times, but not do an actual physical action for genuinely showing you an apology, doing something to mend the pain you just do. Usually, children just apologize and they think that's good enough. No, you need to mend the pain you just did. Okay? You cannot heal it forever, but you need to mend things. You need to grab. You need to grab the wound, clean it up, sew it together, close the wound, sanitize the wound, and every week, every month, change the bandages until a scar is formed. You will never will be able to heal the scar, but you heal the wound, and that's what you must do. And this husband has yet to do it. I don't know if this calls for divorce because we will always damage our partners, whether we like it or not. That's life, but the issue is not that. The issue for me is him not taking or doing anything to heal his wife. That's my issue here. He's only taking care of himself right now. He's taking therapy for himself. He's apologizing to his wife. He's doing every step to heal himself, which, yeah, he must do. He must love himself and take care of himself. But what about the victim? Hello? What about protecting your wife? Have we forgot our vows? Where is Ash right now? He's still in psychiatric hold. He did ask to see the husband. Hell no. That was a big no-no, and of course, husband declined. Who told him about this? Who's contacting these two? He did write him a letter though. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yep, divorce. I don't know what it says, nor do I want to know, but husband assured me that I will never have to see him again. Are you sure about that? You just talked to her about the P-man. Again, how is she gonna heal like this? Oh, I just wrote him a letter. What about writing a letter to your wife? No, but the P-man needs a letter. What? We're all for supporting and recovering the little psycho. But not right now. The priority is the wife. Hello? The victim. What? Is anybody going to care about her at all whatsoever? Okay, now I do think of divorce. Now I do. Because he's healing his brother right now. He's not even making a single effort to heal his wife right now. And all the effort he does have in his body right now is to heal his brother. Where is the wife in this of his I care about these people list? Apparently below the P-man. I don't even want to read about the P-man, or I only care about OP and what happens to her. After it is considered safe, he will be transferred to the West Coast where the rest of his family can deal with him. We have washed our hands off of him forever. Are you sure about OP? Because it looks like your man is bringing this again and again, and I don't see him stopping anytime soon. Remember last post, he said he will cut them off for good. Half of his family will be gone. And apparently he did not cut off the P-man, so the husband is not even fulfilling the ways he's going to retribute this situation. He's not even fulfilling his word. Like, he don't give a damn. He only gives a damn about himself and his family, but not OP. OP is not his family. Number 3. Brother number 3 is the one who has been in charge of his care, and he thinks moving him far away from us is what's best for everyone. Honestly, the whole family should go to the institution, in my opinion, and have no contact with each other because they have a trauma bond so sick, so twisted, so filled with pee. Ted and him, the husband and him, have been talking about the doctor's report, but I haven't. No! See, the husband is caring about the doctor's reports of the pee man. No, no, no. OP. OP. Open your eyes, OP. He don't care about you, honey. He don't. Taking a break. As many of you suggested, we took a break. Thank God. I quit one of my jobs and have been doing the other one from my dad's beach condo. Oh, she went to the beach. That's great for you, honey. Ted is using some of his vacation time and his boss has been very understanding. Oh, poor baby Ted. He needs some time off too to take care of his P-man brother. Poor little husband. So poor little thing. Sorry, I'm so sorry. It just makes me rage so bad. Nobody's taking care of her, and I'm so pissed at that fact. It is the middle of January. Well, that is unfair for me to say. Her actual family, her dad, sister, and mom, seems to do stuff for her. So it's not nobody. There are actually people caring for her. So it's not particularly nice outside, but looking at the water is soothing and being away from all the crazy is nice. I got a new phone, so his family couldn't contact me anymore, and yes, it's nice to just being the three of us. Cat goes where I go for a couple of days. That is very nice. And I shall end up that fact right there because my phone is dying and it's been almost 3 hours. Should I keep going until my phone dies? Yeah, because I wanted to make it 3 hours. It's been 2 hours 40 something. Okay, I shall keep going. Future actions. I got an order of protection in the meantime. Yes! I don't know what precarious brother number one is taking precautions brother number one is taking for his daughter. I do know he made her get rid of social media though. If any further legal action is to be taken, that will have to come from them. We are also moving. Yes. I don't know where, but neither of us feel like our place is home anymore. We'll start looking at houses closer to my family in the next few weeks. I think your place doesn't feel like home anymore because of the husband, to be honest. Let's just me being honest. I don't think it's about the place. I think about you are dissociating from him. And that's the thing. That's the facts. What's behind door number 2? I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there were no human body parts in meat hooks. Oh, yeah. Last time, when husband went to the apartment of Pimen, one of the doors was locked. One of the bathrooms, I'm sorry. In the other bathroom had the photos and all that kind of thing we know, so I think this is what we're talking about. So I'm sorry to disappoint you, but there are no human body parts in meat hooks in the locked bathroom. There was, however, more of what was found in the master bathroom. I do not think he's a serial killer in the making. He is definitely is. But he's just very, very early stages. He is on his way of recovery, so because there are some points where there is no going back, and I think he can go back from this. Just very mentally disturbed with unhealthy coping mechanisms and very unhealthy emotional attachments. But I'm not a professional and I cannot help him. Why would you help him? Even in the professional way, even if you were the best psychology ever in this world, you do not get involved between a victim and a perpetrator. It makes no sense. So, OP, stop saying that. I don't think one Redditor had a very valid point of them hating women or viewing us as less. I don't know if it has to do with women, to be honest, as he only did things towards women, me, my niece, and Sonny, his cat. But again, not a professional, so I cannot comment more on it. Um, I don't know. There were also wives, other daughters in the family, his mom, but he did not do anything against them. So no, I don't think it has to do with women. I think it has to do that he chose the perfect victims, the ones who are abandoned. And OP, you are one of them, and you are still not figured out yet. I hope you do. How am I doing? Some days have been better than others. I have had therapy every other day. Thank you to the Redditors who suggested going to the bathroom with headphones, white noise machine. That was very helpful. My sisters are taking turns to come visit, so we have someone with us for a couple hours in case we need. Oh, her family. Now I consider her family absolutely wonderful. You know, at first there were a lot in the background, but let's give it credit where credit is due. The family, absolutely 10 out of 10, her family. She should stay with them, honestly, and away from her husband. The backstory. Many people inquire about the type of bullying that they did to him. Oh, the truth. In his childhood to justify this kind of messed upness. So here is the husband's statement on that. Let us see if he knows anything because honestly, it doesn't sound like he knows much. But if he does, he's a psycho too because he lied and a lot about this. So let us hope he don't know. Let us hope. When you grow up with 8 brothers who are much older than you grow up to be very vulnerable to criticism, to comparisons, to expectations. My guy, that is normal. At least for me. You know, and I grew up with both female and male. So, no, it's not only about that. It's about some trauma going on here. Because as much normal as sounds to me, it's not normal. Our brothers had many years when it was just them, and when the opportunity arose to take it out on someone else, he was the most vulnerable. That is called the scapegoat. Every family has one. You know, sometimes it's super bad like this, but every family has one and they do not realize it. You know, you need a lot of therapy, I'm guessing, to realize. I'm not trying to justify anyone's actions, nor am I defending anyone. I mean, choosing a scapegoat, it is for protecting the family, but in the most messed up way possible, in my personal opinion, because this is not wolves and animal behavior. Okay, these are animals, but humans, we should be better. We should be better. But there are some things that even I couldn't protect him from. That's that now as an adult I can see how messed up they were. So the husband did knew. Oh, I don't like the husband. I like it even less than before. And with everything that has happened, I know my brothers have too. Now you realize, you guys, now we all have demons. We are fighting and have been fighting our whole lives. Are you sure you'll be fighting them? Or you just took the chance when you could, and now you pretend that it did not happen, and now it blew up again. And now that the truth is out, you're like, we all have demons in us. Are you sure you've been fighting your demons? It does not sound like you've been fighting your demons. Let's be honest here. We did not have a supportive family. Yeah, everything was buried under the rug instead of providing help, and that made us grow up disconnected from reality. Let us see the facts here. You are 8 boys. Some of you are older, some of you are middle, some of you are younger. Some kind of trauma is happening right now to your family. But instead of protecting each other, you choose to attack one and take it all out in one. Which one sounds better? I know you are just boys, but honestly, it is unfathomable to me when people take it out in other people. In the heat of the moment, yeah, it can happen. But you can always apologize and say, I was in the heat of the moment. I did not meant it. Let's make it up to you. You can always do that. It does not sound like you guys did that. Nobody took the P-Man to therapy anytime later. Nobody took care of P-Man anytime later. Even if you all had jobs, wives, kids. What Sometimes when people have kids, now they learn about empathy and compassion because stuff are happening to the kids. And people feel, parents feel kids as an extension of them. So now they finally feel much more empathy. Empathy is learned, by the way. Are not born with it. So now the parents feel a little bit more empathy. And even then, after apparently all the brothers have kids except for brother number, I don't know, who is a doctor. And even after having kids, none of them went back to apologize to the P-Man and do anything to retribute to the P-Man. In fact, quite the opposite. They're all trying to do their own thing separate and pretend that they did not have anything to do with this. Come on. Come on. Not even the ones who witness everything and just enable it. You're enablers. The rest of you that did not do anything but just witnesses, enablers. You're the type of people when you see somebody else getting mugged, getting robbed, or whatever, or they're attacking a poor puppy or lady or grandma or whatever, you will stand right there and do nothing about it. This is the kind of people I do not like, folks. I do not understand this kind of people. Like the cowardly, they're sneaky, they move very sneakily, they're snakes. They pretend to be good people. No. Deep down, we all know you're not. Even if it is from trauma, there is a line between being the victim and being a perpetrator, and I consider these people perpetrators. Come on. Everything was buried under the rug instead of providing help, and that made us grow up disconnected from reality, from what is proper. Poor you, and from what is healthy. Poor you. It's not like it's been like freaking decades and you all start your own jobs and you could all afford therapy. No. Let's just pretend you have no chances. Poor you guys. Some of us have learned better thanks to our wives, jobs, and life experience. Everything except for therapy. All of us have a lot to learn still. A lot. I'll say for the rest of their lives. But we cannot change the past. You cannot change the past. You must certainly can change the present. Just own up to our mistakes and faults and try to be better tomorrow. Oh, you trying to be better only tomorrow, not now. Fantastic. Great. Jeez. Can I express my disgust even more than this? Can I be more upset than this? What? Miscellaneous. A few random things that popped up. Why did no one check on the cat before? Because they're awful people? We didn't have a reason to. Why are you talking about yourself? OP. You did not have to do anything, OP. Sunny, the cat, was not particularly social, so when they video called during the. Honestly, I don't want to read about that. It's not that I don't care about the cat, it's just that OP is gonna talk about how couldn't do anything. And she did not have to at all. So we're gonna skip that. What are the odds of there being 10 sons and 3 of them being able to drop everything and go to the other side of the country? Because they have money. They weren't always 10 sons. As for them dropping everything to come, I didn't know what answer you want. Yeah, the question makes no sense. They could have taken some days off. How do you didn't see it coming? There had to be signs. You will have to ask their family. As you already know, I'm not in good terms with them right now. Good terms? I wouldn't never see them again, girl. So that's where my life is at right now. I'm tired and sad. Things will suck, but I also have things to look forward to and a very nice therapist who constantly reassures me that I'm okay and safe now. Oh, and he's teaching me how to be normal again. No, you weren't normal even before, people. Nobody is really. So don't worry about that. Sorry for the very long update, and please know that I'm grateful for your kindness and taking the time to read through my misadventures. I wish you all who have been nice nothing but good things, and know that you will always have a friend here. And once I'm ready to be out in the world again, I'll be open to have kind of people like you in my life. Oh, Ellie, Ted, and Tortilla the cat. Oh, I pronounced it wrong. Tortilla the cat. Edit. I'm sorry I wasn't clearer about the 10 brother thing. It's genetics. I don't know why people are asking about that, but it's not uncommon to have only girls or to have only boys. It's just genetics. Sometimes it happens. It is rare, but genetics. Apparently, I might have caused some confusion. What I meant to say that there weren't always 10 sons only. It is not my family or my story to tell. It is your story to tell. Let it all out, girl. They put you in their business, you must say. From what I know, they used to have 3 sisters. 2 of them died. They were little because of health issues. Oh, this is why there's a gap between 1 and 8, and then husband and P-man. The other one is a bit more complicated than that. Oh, she used to be between brother number 4 and 5. Yes, I am aware that I had a lot of children. They do not believe in contraceptives to this day. Sorry about the confusion. Now that's interesting. The only girls that they were there died when they were very little. It sounds genetic as well because of health issues. And there is one that is still alive. I don't remember this about the story. But she seems to be away. That is very curious. Where are the brothers? What did they do to her? And also, who traumatized the brothers? My bet is abusive dad, enabler mom. That's my bet. Anyways, that's it for today. That's the whole thing. Do I have time to read a couple of comments? Let's just read one or two. It sounds like you're still think you're kind of responsible for this situation. Absolutely. You just made the post looking for advice. You are the least responsible. Let us remember that she posted in a mighty a-hole. She did not post it in any other place that to consider if she was on the wrong for saying no to the P-men coming to her home. Let us remember that the P-man quit on purpose to be on her home to pee on her stuff again. Let us remember that the husband knew the history about the P-man. He pretends like he didn't know, but he clearly knew about the update we have today. He knew about the abuse. He knew about everything. So let us not forget. I will never forget myself. You are the least responsible person for this mess. Absolutely. Who knows what could have happened if they didn't find those pictures in his apartment? Probably OP would be life in danger. I would have put my money on that. Like, what stops anybody from attacking her? Not only the payment, but the rest of the brothers or the mom. They all are extremely unstable. It sounds like they can do any type of crime and have no consequences, and the family will say anything about it. So what's stopping them? You know? Apparently nothing. There are a whole family unit of it's a mob. It's a family mob. Like, I can't even imagine how brother number one must be feeling. I don't care about brother number one. I only care about the victims, and the victim is the daughter and OP. That's it. I do not care about the wives, the brothers. I do not care about them. They had to know this about the story at some point. They had to know. You and the cat are the main victims here. Oh, those are the kitty cat. Yeah. Nobody thinks the minor is responsible for this attention she got, right? That must be insane. Yeah, you're not at fault either. And OP is saying again, she's a human rogue, so she thinks she is at least a bit responsible forever. OP has a deep trauma. Also, to make a human rogue, it takes somebody to make it. So this is why I didn't trust her family at first, because you need to make a human rogue for it to be born. So somebody made her. I don't know if it is recent. I don't know if maybe in the past, most certainly in the past. So this is why I don't trust her family so much. I do give them credit, but I still kind of like iffy about them. Just want to say that if it wasn't for you coming into husband's life, something else would have thrown Ash off the rails. True. Maybe yes, would have gotten a new pet, job, or anything. Like, honestly, anything. Could have triggered any brother. I don't even consider even the P-man. Any brother. To make a worse crime they already done, because the mom herself said she has forgiven far worse from the other brothers. So God knows. God is the only one who knows the whole truth about this story, and we hope that God will tell us someday, because I want to know. I'm late, but I wanted to address this comment. I very much have the doormat, it's my fault mindset too. Think of it this way, it takes one person's existence to break up a big loving family. It had a terrible foundation in the first place. It wasn't you who caused this. We love seeing a recovered human rock. We love it. Oh my gosh. I have so little battery in my phone. Come on, phone, hold on. Just a little bit more. I'm so glad to hear that you're taking steps to move on with your life. Will she actually, like, she's still with the husband, and the husband is still with the contact with the family, so she's taking steps, but she's taking the issues with her. And the other family, again, I don't know if to trust them, her family, because she's a human rock for a reason. It's so great that you and Ted seem to make such a great team. Are you blind? Let's keep it coming. I'm coming from Twitter, and I just want to say I'm glad you're feeling better. Is she? She doesn't, in my opinion, she did not. She sounded a little bit more safer, but she did not sound very happy, to be honest. especially if she's getting so many updates from the situation. She doesn't look like she can run from it fast enough. Please take care of yourself, and if anything happens, where is the payment is released, you need to let that psych hospital know how to contact you. One of the lights went out, so you can protect yourself. Yeah, she did take um, protection order, some kind of thing, legal thing. The authorities were contacted, and the brother is in a psych ward, and he is moving out to another state. So it does look like there are some kind of steps are taken finally after decades of this huge trauma. I only came across this story today on Twitter. There is. I'm so glad you are safe. Yeah, she is safe at least coming out of this, and I hope and pray you stay that way. We all praying and rooting for you, OP. Even to this day, after 3 years, I found out of this story when it came out. Even after 3 years, I still care about OP. I wish I could do something for her. Like so many people. Like this is one of the Reddit stories that will forever be in my heart forever. Anyways, I'm gonna end this up here. Doragi, say goodbye. Say bye bye.